Hello, Internet. My name is David, and I am on a quest to kill Harold. Hence the name of this channel being Death to Harold. Who's Harold, you may ask? Harold is this guy right down here. This is it's a few days late, but this is my week 7 post-Duodenal Switch update. I am feeling pretty good these past few days. I've been able to I've moved on to solid foods, getting more food in, more protein in, varieties, getting some vegetables, chicken, fish, shrimp. I actually had a couple shrimp the other day. It was heaven. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. So let's get into some stats here first. I am 6'1", 42 years old. I had a duodenal switch with single anastomosis performed on August 12th of 2017, just 7 weeks ago, a little over 7 weeks ago. My highest weight this past year or so has been 320. My highest weight overall, never recorded, was about 340 to 350. But like I said, the past year or two, I've been right around 320. Actually, when I started the pre-op diet, I was down to 310 and a half. On the day of surgery, I weighed 303 pounds. And as of my week 7 surgiversary, or whatever you want to call that, I weighed 257.5 pounds. So that is a loss of 5 pounds since last week. It's a loss of 45.5 pounds since surgery. So in 7 weeks, that's 45.5 pounds. And since I started the pre-op diet, that's 53 pounds. So I'm really excited about that. It's awesome, especially considering some of the complications, moving to solid food, trying to figure all of that out. To still have a 5-pound loss, and then a 3.8 pound loss the week before when I was doing that transition and getting through all that has been great. I mean, that's more weight than I could lose in a week before. To be down, 45.5 pounds since surgery, 53 pounds since, I started the pre-op diet, and that's kind of where I started everything. I was like, here I am, 310.5, where am I going to end up? And to be down 53 pounds since that is awesome. But more than that, I feel great. I have been staying on track with my liquids. I've been kind of not great with my vitamin regimen, but I'm doing better. The complications and the antibiotics and everything kind of threw me off my game there, although that's probably an excuse. But I'm done with the antibiotics as of a few days ago. I'm still waiting for the effects of those antibiotics, the negative effects of those antibiotics to wear off. Got to build up some good stuff in my gut and get back on track there. Because, 2.5 weeks of nothing but water shooting out your butthole is a little bit annoying, especially when it comes all of a sudden and you're sitting there at work. Anyway, it happens, and with DS you get weird bathroom issues anyway at the beginning, and I have the added complications on top of that. So it's been diarrhea for 2.5 weeks straight, which is scary and dangerous. I realize, but I also realize it's because of the antibiotics. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I'm hoping to get back on track. I'll of course bring all this up with my surgeon here in a couple days. Actually, I have a follow-up appointment to meet with him. He's going to look at my drains. We're going to go over everything that's been happening in the past couple weeks since I got out of the hospital last time. If things look good, I guess the drains get removed. Maybe things look slightly okay. Maybe one drain gets removed and the other one stays. The other one still gets a little bit each day. The second drain that they put into me the past few days has been nothing, absolutely bone dry. It's not pulling anything. So my guess would be I at least get that one removed. If this first one that I had after the very first time I went in for septic shock, if that is not looking great, or if it's pulling too much still, we talked about the possibility that I might have to get a feeding tube put in so that I can get the nutrition I need while I stop eating, period, I guess, so that I can give my stomach and intestine time to heal. And it's at the right below the duodenum where the intestine has been reattached. That's where they believe the leak is. That's where the first abscess started when I got first sent to the hospital when I was in septic shock. So they believe that's where it is, although they can't really see it. And it's probably so microscopically small that even if they kind of knew where it was, we wouldn't be able to repair it. So everything's still inflamed and swollen, and it's small, and it's a wait for the body to heal itself type of thing. But if what I'm doing with eating now and progressing normally like a normal weight loss surgery patient would in week 7 with what they can eat, if that's causing it to not heal fast enough, that's when we would put in a feeding tube and help the body ignore me eating or whatever, and be able to give it less trauma caused by me doing natural things and maybe a better chance to heal. I don't think it's going to get that far, but I also was one of those stupid people that read about, possible complications, that won't happen to me. Well, obviously it did. But one reason I'm also optimistic is because I feel better these past couple days than I have the entire time since I got the surgery. I have energy. I am feeling like my normal self despite tubes and stupid JP, whatever those things are called, bulbous things hanging off of me. I'm sleeping good. I feel good. When I go out for a walk with my wife and baby, I actually feel different. My wife mentioned that she doesn't even hear me breathing, where I guess as before, if we went on a walk, I would be your typical fat guy breathing. But I didn't ever notice it. I thought I was, hey, I'm on a walk. This is, whatever. But apparently I was always huffing and puffing. And, she noticed that difference when we've gone for walks. And I've noticed the difference that I feel lighter as I move down the street. It's this weird feeling that I don't feel like I'm pushing through so much stuff. And obviously I'm carrying 53 pounds less than the last time we were going on walks. And so I'm carrying less around me. I mean, that's a huge, one of those giant ass bags of dog food, 50 to 55 pounds. The big bag, the big dry dog food bags. And I was carrying that around with me, and it's weird to see. And you look at yourself, and if you looked at my 4-week update, where I had my 1 month pictures up there and kind of see the body change. Even with that, and I've even changed it a little bit more now, I can't see where 53 pounds of, like something that big would go. And obviously fat's probably a little denser than a 53, than dog food, right? So it's going to be more compact and take up less space. But even then, when you look it up online and you see those fake yellow things that represent fat and how much 50 pounds would be of that, I look at myself and I still don't know where that all came from. Granted, some of it, hopefully not a lot of it, but some of it is muscle for sure. Until I can get my calorie count up higher, I won't be able to really, seriously exercise and lift weights and start to help build back some of the muscle I've lost. Until I can get my protein up to even help build those muscles and calories to burn while exercising, I just kind of have to stick with walking and doing normal day things. But I really want to start getting more muscle back. I can see a lack of definition that I thought was hidden under there. And that might be, one thing I think maybe, I saw a joke once that, all guys look in the mirror and think they're freaking Hercules or Adonis, right? No matter what they see in the mirror, they kind of have that hidden thing. Oh yeah, I'm great. I don't look so bad. I'm good. As I've lost the weight and some of the muscle, and I see what's actually been hiding under all this crap, what Harold's actually been covering all these years, there's not much there. And I would like to get it back, but like I said, I got to wait until I can consistently get my nutrition better. And then I'll hit the gym and go to the gym with my wife, who actually just got back. I don't even know if you can hear our kid yelling out and playing, but anyway, yeah, I feel great. Other than the complications and waiting for that to be over, and hopefully they don't get worse. Knock on wood. I hope that table's made of real wood. For the first time since I had it done, I actually honestly know I feel good. Before I thought I felt good and was just suffering through what I thought was normal, and ended up not being normal. But now, even when I got that first drain put in and everything was drained out the first time, it doesn't compare to how I feel these past few days. One interesting thing, I went to my first restaurant since getting the surgery. My wife's niece was having her 18th birthday, and she was celebrating at a local sushi place here by our house, and I was really nervous to go. Right, I didn't want to just. I didn't want to look weird if I didn't order anything, and everybody else did. Although they all know that I've had the surgery, and they're all very supportive. I just felt weird and out of place going somewhere where I normally would have just celebrated and chowed down and had everything, all the appetizers, and I would have ordered dessert and had everything. And I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know, how to order or what to do. And anyway, this place has like dinner combinations, right? So you could get normally 2 different entrees and get smaller portions of those and have it on one plate, so you can have both. So that's what my wife and I decided to do, because I really wanted the shrimp. And so we got just one plate, but they plated it for us separately. They charged us a little bit for that, but not much. It was like a couple bucks or whatever for the plating. And so they just split that, and I got the part of the entree I wanted, and she got the other part. I ended up giving her all my rice, and although she didn't eat it all, but I just, I wasn't going to eat any of the rice, obviously, because of the carbs and all that. And I had a couple of the tempura vegetables, even though the carbs on those were probably pretty good. I had I had a couple of really thin slices of the meat from the short ribs that were part of one of the appetizers somebody ordered. And then I just had 2 shrimp. But they were not the tiny little shrimp you get it as, like they were good sized shrimp, and they were delicious, and they went down so easy, and I was so worried that I wouldn't have a problem. The shrimp is one of my favorite things. I don't eat it a lot, so my wife's allergic to it, so when I get it, it's a rare thing. And when I saw that they had that and we could do this dinner split thing, I was like, okay, maybe this will work. And I had, those 2 shrimp, 1 1/4, of maybe the tempura vegetables. I had maybe 2 small pieces of broccoli with it, and that was it. And I was so mentally satisfied because I got to taste everything I wanted. Granted, I didn't chow down on it like I would have before, but that's not even possible, obviously, because of the restriction and the weight loss surgery, and the tool that gives you to be able to pull back and say, nope, I'm done. But more than that, food has become, even though I'm loving eating real food now, and it's given me the energy and this good feeling that I have, it's a burden. It's this double-edged sword. It's great on the one side, and it's helping me to really feel better and to heal, I think. But on the other side, it is this burden, because a lot of times you'll try something, and when you go to add something new, your stomach just is like, ugh, what's this, right? And you don't feel good eating it. The next day you may try it again, and you feel great. And the opposite's happened to me too, where something I'll eat is really great, and the next day it revolts me. And that's just your stomach. I'm hoping it's just my stomach calming down, healing, losing all the inflammation and everything, and just settling back into its new routine and its new life as, a quarter of what it was. And so I didn't even have this urge to like, oh, I want more. Like, I had more shrimp on that plate, but I didn't eat it because I was full. And I didn't stuff myself to where I felt sick. Sometimes if I eat too fast, I'll put more in there than it's ready for. And man, I immediately feel it. I immediately feel the tightness. I feel it right up here in my chest. Like, it's just like saying, God, stop, dude. We're full. I didn't even get to that point at the restaurant. I went slow, small bites. Talking to everybody there was great because that helped me slow down anyway. But it was such a successful night that I was able to go to a restaurant, try a few things that I really wanted, not go against plan, other than maybe the 1 1/4 tempura vegetable thing I had. If that, I hardly had any of that, and so I felt good about it. I felt like I ate like I was supposed to. I didn't make myself sick. I had a great time with my family and my wife and everybody that was there, and it just was just awesome. It was an awesome experience, and it showed me that normal life, you know, the rest of the family is going to celebrate around food, and I can still participate and be smart about it and stay on plan and do what I'm supposed to with this new tool I have. And it's amazing, you know, I'm about 2.5 to 3 ounces of whatever I choose to eat for each meal, and I'm done. I'm full. Some of those things seem to maybe take up more space or don't move through as fast during that time, and so I get less of that, right? And I don't feel like I have to clean my plate anymore. I don't feel like I'm wasting things. When I'm done, and it's awesome. And it's because of this tool. And that's all it is it's a tool, and it's hard. And it's been hard up till this point, but I'm feeling good and I'm trying to enjoy my victories. My clothes are hanging off of me like nobody's business. This shirt I'm wearing now, my kind of just a polo Chicago Cubs shirt. I love it. I got it the first time I went to Wrigley Field a few years ago. I've been a Cubs fan since I was a fan of anything. I've been a Cubs fan since I was a little kid. At the time, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but it's been awesome. And so the first time I went to Wrigley Field, I got this shirt, even though it was a little tight, but I wanted, you know, a little souvenir or whatever. And this is one that I can wear to work because they make us wear these stupid. You have to have a collared shirt, right? Anyway, it's fitting really well now, and it's fitting like it's supposed to, maybe even a little loose, whereas before it was tight, and I would only wear it on a rare occasion, you know, because it was tight and it didn't look good. But now it's looking awesome, and maybe even it's a little too big. So my body's changing in all these different ways. I didn't mention this on the 1 month video, the 4 week video, but I'm taking my measurements every month. At least I don't think I mentioned it. And that first month I lost 28 inches altogether. You know, that's, you know, arms, thighs, hips, waist, neck, all of that, all of those measurements. And I lost a total of 28 inches from all around. And that was pretty cool. So I'm going to be doing those measurements every month. I'm going to be taking pictures every month. So my next video, week 8, I'll have more pictures for you, hopefully. And I don't know much of a difference since it looks like this month, I've only lost, I've only lost 8 pounds so far this month. So I don't know if you'll be able to see any changes in the pictures, but I'm taking them anyway because I'm doing them every month. I'm going to do my measurements, and I'll remember to update you on that. Thank you very much for watching. If you even kind of liked it, if there was something in there, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there. You don't necessarily have to comment, but I love the comments. As I mentioned last week, the support of this community has been huge. So if you have a comment or a question, put it in the comments section below. If you liked the video, you know, click like and just let me know you watched it. That would be awesome. I'm not really like a YouTuber looking for numbers or anything, but it just helps me know if this is good, if this is of value. The whole reason I started making these videos is to try to help people the way the other videos I've watched have helped me. So if that was the case, click thumbs up. I'll see you next week. See you later.